Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Monday, May 18th, 2026, and I am blessed and grateful because I received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny, warm Tampa, Florida. And you also woke up this morning with God's wake-up call and received that precious gift of tomorrow and got to see another day here on earth. I, for one, am most definitely blessed and feel grateful to the good Lord for allowing me another day here on earth. God is good. God is great, always and always. And I'm blessed to have Jesus Christ in my life. I love Jesus Christ. Jesus is my Savior, my Redeemer, and my Advocate. Blessed to have Him in my life, and I'm blessed by the good Lord. But honestly, I went to sleep last night in that camper being blessed for everything I've got. I'm relatively healthy for a 50-year-old guy. I've got a safe place to sleep in that camper in a dry, clean bed. I've got clothes to wear every day. And I'm building a fantastic business with my Uber Eats business here in Tampa, Florida, where God has put me here in this time and place. Blessed by the good Lord. And I know this is true. And I'm enjoying delicious food anytime, anywhere I want here in Tampa, Florida. And not everybody can say that. So I'm blessed and grateful for everything the good Lord has given me. Well, I completed that quest for 60 trips. I did 24 deliveries yesterday. So I made an extra, I think, $184 or $186 on top of already fantastic earnings. So had a fantastic weekend, and I'm ready to kick off this next quest. I'm gonna do 80 trips today, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for, I can't remember the exact dollar amount. I believe it was up in the 300s, but like I said, I wrote it down somewhere, but I lost my notes. It's in my phone. I can check it when I'm done with this video, but it's gonna be another fantastic week here in Tampa, Florida with weather. And while I'm thinking about the weather, I hope the rain predictions are correct from everything I've read and watched on YouTube. I hope everybody's correct on that because we need the rain desperately. And according to everything I've read and watched, we're going into the rainy season here in the next couple days, which it did rain a good bit yesterday. It was a short rain, but it rained heavy. And couldn't hardly see to drive for about 45 minutes, and then after that it let up and was gone. So if we get consistent days like that, one day after another, this drought, we'll see relief in this drought if that holds up, and I certainly hope it does. And that another thing that will do, it will give relief to these wildfires that are breaking out all over Florida. And most of the southern United States is suffering from a drought. I hope the rain starts up and comes on and doesn't let up. Well, the time this Monday morning, May 18, is 4:44 a.m. And according to that website, weather-atlas.com, the sun will rise today at 6:38 a.m. That's 1 hour and 54 minutes from now. And then the sun will set later on this evening at 8:14 p.m. So today, Tampa will enjoy over 13 hours and 36 minutes of daylight. I bought my Powerball ticket yesterday, like I said I would. This is for tonight's drawing of the Powerball to be held the 18th of May. I bought this at 6:18 yesterday morning. I played my normal numbers of 14, 22, 25, 37, 49, and the Powerball of 23. So I'm all set for tonight's Powerball drawing. And according to the sign up here, it's up to 100 million for tonight's drawing of the Powerball. Get this ticket put back away in my sleeve so it doesn't get messed up, in case it is a winner. After getting back to my camper, once I left the Circle K and I got back to that camper where I sleep at night, I recorded all my deliveries on this sheet for the day. This is from what my deliveries from Sunday, And I also went into the app to see if anybody had responded to my survey to let me know how well I did. And according to these numbers, one person gave me a review, and they gave me a 5-star review. So I'm very thrilled with that. I'm happy with any movement in these numbers, especially the bottom ones where I haven't reached my goal of 700 votes yet. This person gave me a 5-star review. They said I delivered food to their door with great care. I was a friendly delivery driver. That number went up to 703. My deliver with care number went up to 785. My quick and efficient score went up 1. They said I was quick and efficient. That went up to 683. My good communicator went up 1 to 681. And that person said I delivered food to their door with a perfect handoff. That one went up 1 to 657. So I need 43 more upvotes there to reach my goal of 700. And I also checked out, this morning I checked out gas prices at AAA and gas prices on Gas Buddy, so I can compare them to the gas prices at this Circle K. And with gas prices being $3.89 at this Circle K, that's 9 cents cheaper than it was yesterday. It was $3.98, and it was $3.94 the day before. So gas prices are continuing to drop. Gas prices at this Circle K have dropped from $4.49, a high of $4.49 on Thursday the 14th. Dropped down 10 cents on Saturday. It went up, it bumped up 4 cents yesterday, but then it's back down considerably to $3.89. So it's cheap, nearly as cheap as it's cheaper than it's been in several weeks, if I'm being honest. So with Gas Buddy and AAA saying that the national price of gas is at $4.51 this morning, that's the same as it was yesterday and a penny cheaper than it was on Saturday. And the average price of gas in Florida being at $4.22, that's 2 cents cheaper, 2 cents more than it was yesterday. Gas at this Circle K is cheaper than the Florida state average by 33 cents, and it's cheaper than the national average by 62 cents. So this Circle K is a beneficial, better place to buy gas than most places in Tampa, Florida, and it's a good place to buy snacks and drinks. And I've been inside already, of course, and I got my free cup of ice in my McDonald's cup. See that free ice? And this morning, like I said I would, I'm gonna have this wild berry flavor of the Monster Rehab Revive, Refresh, Recover. Having wild berry this morning. And with today being May 18 and this can saying A2628, that means this can was made January the 28th of this year. So in 10 days, this can will be 4 months old, because you got February, March, April, May. So yeah, in 10 days, this can will be 4 months old. So it's a very fresh can of the wild berry. And this is my least favorite flavor of the 4. I've only been able to find this wild berry, the peach, the tea and lemonade, and the green tea. And this is my least favorite of the 4. It's delicious. It's a fantastic drink, but I just don't, doing a side-by-side comparison, it's my least favorite. But it's equally hydrating and equally good for you than compared to the other drinks. It's just as good as the other drinks in terms of health, but I just don't care for the taste that much. I also checked out what that website, weather-atlas.com, had to say about the weather today in Tampa. And this is what they wrote. It said on Monday, May 18, sunshine will lead the day with clouds making only brief appearances. Rainfall is not predicted. The temperature is expected to reach a high of a sizzling 95 degrees, so it's going to be quite warm in Tampa today. And then fall to a low of a warm 73. Winds will be light out of the east at 10 miles an hour. Humidity will be at 55% with precipitation probability at a low 12%. No rain accumulation is forecasted for today. And then I checked out the YouTube page 10 Tampa Bay News. This video was uploaded 2 days ago, Saturday, May 16th. It featured meteorologist Colleen Campbell. Colleen Campbell said that there are definite signs of Tampa Bay's rainy season starting very soon. The rainy season, according to Colleen Campbell, is May 25th through October 10th. And then she went on to explain and describe what these signs are for the Tampa Bay rainy season. She said, high pressure. She sees high pressure over Bermuda. Easterly winds, as opposed to winds coming off of the Gulf of America. Dew points in the 70s. Water temps at least 82 degrees. She said we're not quite there yet. The water temperatures in the Gulf are warming up, but we're not seeing consistent water temperatures in the Gulf at 82 degrees, but we're getting there. And then moisture in the atmosphere at 1.75 inches. And she explained that what she meant by water in the moisture in the atmosphere. She's like, if you held a barometer or one of those tubes up in the sky, high up in the sky, and allowed it to collect water. That's what that measurement comes from. That's more or less what they're doing to measure water, to measure moisture in the atmosphere. And we're there, she said, according to Colleen Campbell, we're there, 1.75 inches of water in the atmosphere. So those are all positive signs that we're going into the rainy season here in Tampa, Florida. So that's good news. Good news because we're going to see some relief, hopefully, in this drought that Florida is suffering from. Colleen Campbell went on to say it's going to be partly sunny today and quite warm. And then I checked out a high of 92 and a low of 75 with a 30% chance of rain. And then I checked out Fox 13 Tampa Bay. This video was also uploaded 2 days ago, Saturday, May 16th. It featured meteorologist Valerie Mills. Valerie Mills said that we're going to reach a high of 92 and a low of 74 overnight going into Tuesday morning with sunny skies. Mostly dry with spotty afternoon showers. After watching Valerie Mills, I went on to check out the YouTube page Tampa Bay 28. This video was uploaded 3 days ago, Friday, May 15th. It featured meteorologist Dennis Phillips. Dennis said that it's not the rainy season quite yet. We won't be there until the 2nd or 3rd week in June, according to Dennis Phillips. He's not as hopeful for the rainy season starting very soon. The other meteorologists and other things I've read about the rainy season said if it's not here, it's going to be here in the next couple days. But that's not Dennis Phillips' opinion. He said we're not going to be there for another, could be as long as a month. If he said the 3rd week in June, well, that's about a month away. Dennis Phillips went on to say that we're going to see a high of 92 and a low of 74 today with a 50% chance of rain in Tampa this Monday, May the 18th. And then I checked out the YouTube page WFLA News Channel 8. It featured Max Defender meteorologist Juliana Mejia. She said on Saturday, this video was uploaded Saturday, May 16th. She said on Monday, the 18th of May, we can expect isolated storms, mostly east of I-75, with a high of 91 and a low of 74. And it's going to be a little bit overcast today, according to Juliana Mejia. So overall, I shouldn't be surprised if I see some rain here in the late afternoon, with some overcast skies and partly sunny skies. And it's going to be quite warm today in Tampa, Florida. Here I'm looking at my notes for my deliveries I completed yesterday, and I did write down that quest that I'm starting today. It runs through the evening of Thursday, May 21st. Starts today. So today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, I need to complete 80 trips, and I'll earn an extra $349 on top of already excellent earnings I'll be making here with my Uber Eats business. I started out the day yesterday with trip number 1, picking up Starbucks for Kenny. Kenny wanted Starbucks from the store on East Fletcher Avenue. Kenny was kind, generous, and thoughtful, and tipped me $6.68, and his fare was $2, so made $8.68 for picking up that Starbucks order for Kenny. Thank you so much for your kindness and generosity, Kenny. I really appreciate you. After dropping off that Starbucks order, I went on trip number 2 for Hannah. Hannah wanted breakfast from the McDonald's on 56th Street. Hannah's fare was $2, and she tipped me $4, so made $6 for picking up Hannah's breakfast. Thank you so much for that tip, Hannah. You didn't have to tip me, but you did, so I appreciate that. After that, I went on to pick up Dunkin' Donuts at the Cypress Glen location. Dunkin' Donuts and coffee there. Ronald's fare was $2, and he tipped me $2.50, so I made $4.50 for picking up donuts and coffee for Ronald. Really appreciate that tip, Ronald, of $2.50. Appreciate you so much. And you helped me complete my goal of 60 trips for this quest, so I appreciate that from you too. Thank you so much for that. After dropping off Ronald's Dunkin' Donuts order, I went on to pick up an order for Anna Lee. This is trip number 4. Anna Lee wanted Starbucks from East Fletcher Avenue. She tipped me $3.44, and her fare was $2.58, so I made $6.02 for picking up Starbucks for Anna Lee. Thank you so much for that, Anna Lee. I really appreciate you. Then I went on to do a pickup for Dawn. This is trip number 5. Dawn wanted breakfast from the McDonald's on Point of Tampa Way. Don tipped me $3, and his fare was $4.65, so made $7.65 for picking up breakfast for Don from the Point of Tampa Way. Well, I think it's Boulevard. Might be just Point of Tampa Way. Thank you so much for that tip and fare, Don. I really appreciate you. After dropping off Don's breakfast order, I went on to pick up a Courier Saver. This is trip number 6. I did a Courier Saver for Lex. Lex, his fare was $4.07, and he tipped me $9, so he tipped me $5, so I made $9.07 for delivering that Courier Saver for Lex. Thank you so much for the generous $5 tip. I generally don't get tips from Courier Savers, so that was a rare occurrence, but I really appreciate you, Lex, for adding on to that fare. Really appreciate you, Lex, so much. And Courier Savers count towards the quest, so you also helped me complete that quest I was on, Lex. Appreciate you. After dropping off that package for Lex, I went on trip number 7 for Barb. Barb, this was still in the breakfast hour, so I picked up breakfast for Barb from the Denny's on East Fowler. Barb's fare was $3.57, and she tipped me $5.46, so I made $9.03 for delivering breakfast from the Denny's on East Fowler to Barb's house. Thank you so much for that over $5 tip, Barb. I really appreciate you. After that, I went on to pick up trips 8, 9, and 10 for Patty, Savannah, and Courtney. Patty tipped me $6 for picking up McDonald's from Crystal Grove Boulevard. Thank you so much for that $6 tip. I made $8 altogether for delivering Patty's McDonald's order. Savannah tipped me, was generous, kind, and thoughtful, gave me a big tip, $9.35 for delivering first watch on State Road 54. Thank you so much for that over $9 tip, Savannah. That was overly generous. That was a relatively short delivery too, so I appreciate that. Generous tip of over $9. And then trip number 10 was for Courtney. Courtney wanted Kiki breakfast on Florida Road 54. Courtney tipped me $6 and her fare was $2, so I made $8 for delivering breakfast from Kiki Breakfast on Florida Road 54. Thank you so much for that, Courtney. I really appreciate you. After that, I went on to pick up trip number 11 for Ian. Ian wanted Starbucks from State Road 54. That's a different one than I went to before earlier in the day. Ian was kind and generous and thoughtful and tipped me $3, and his fare was $3.07, so made $6.07 for delivering Starbucks from the State Road 54 to Ian's house. Thank you so much, Ian, for that generous tip of $3. After that, I went on to pick up a double. I was looking to see how many doubles I did yesterday. I must have done 2 doubles yesterday because I did 22 trips, but I had 24 customers. Yeah, I found it. Trips 12 was a double, and the last run of the day was a double. Number 22, Kurt and Mitch. So yeah. So 12 was a double for Jing. I'm pronouncing it Jen, but their name was G-I-N-G. Probably should have changed that, but that might have been just a nickname. But in any event, Jing and Eric. Jing wanted Panda Express on Sun Vista Drive, and Eric wanted Wawa on State Road 54. Jing and Eric were kind, generous, and thoughtful, and tipped me $3.53 on a fare of $7.56. So I made $11.09 for delivering Panda Express to Jing's house and Wawa from State Road 54 to Eric's house. Thank you so much for your kindness, generosity, and thoughtfulness, Jing and Eric. I really appreciate the both of you very much. That was a fantastic paying double. Not my best paying trip of the day, but it paid a good deal. Looks like my last run of the day was my best paying trip. That last double, 1610, was my best paying run of the day. After dropping off Eric's Wawa order, I went on several singles in a row. 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 were all singles. Brandon tipped me $5.35 for picking up original Brooklyn water bagels from Wesley Chapel Boulevard. Thank you so much for that generous $5 tip. Trip number 14 was for Bernie. Bernie originally tipped me $9.29 for picking up Denny's on State Road 52, but an hour later gave me an additional $3. I'm not sure why. I didn't do anything particularly special for Bernie, but he gave me an additional $3, so he actually tipped me $12.29. Thank you so much for that over $12 tip, Bernie, for picking up your Denny's from State Road 52. Steph was trip number 15, tipped me $4 for picking up Dunkin' Donuts on Land O'Lakes. Thank you so much for that $4 tip, Steph. That was generous and kind of you. Trip number 16 was for Ziff. Ziff tipped me $2.76 for picking up Philly Special. I've never been to that restaurant before. It's a place called Philly Special on Land O'Lakes. Thank you so much for that nearly $3 tip, Ziff. Trip number 17 was for Dina. Dina wanted Little Greek on Land O'Lakes Boulevard. Dina tipped me $3.29 and her fare was $4.38, so I made $7.67 for picking up Little Greek from Land O'Lakes Boulevard. Thank you so much for that tip, Dina. Appreciate you. After dropping off Dina's order, I went on trip number 18 for Claudia. Claudia wanted pizza from Pizza Pie restaurant on Land O'Lakes Boulevard. Claudia tipped me $3.42 and her fare was $2, so made $5.42 for picking up pizza for Claudia from Pizza Pie on Land O'Lakes Boulevard. Thank you for that tip, Claudia. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your business. Then I went on to pick up trip number 19 was for Morgan. Morgan wanted Peach Cobbler Factory on Collier Parkway. Morgan's fare was $2.50, and she tipped me $3, so made $5.50 for picking up Peach Cobbler Factory from Collier Parkway. Thank you for the business, the Uber Eats business, and the tip there, Morgan. I appreciate you. Then I picked up trip number 20 was for Alva. Alva wanted food from New Tung 2. I don't recall. I might have been to this place once before, but I don't recall. The place looked familiar to me, but I don't remember writing down this restaurant name. It's a place called New Tung 2, T-U-N-G, on Land O'Lakes Boulevard. Alva tipped me $3 and their fare was $2.01, so I made $5 and a penny for delivering New Tung 2 on Land O'Lakes Boulevard to Alva's house. Then I wrapped up the day with trips 21 and 22. John tipped me $9.10 for delivering Hungry Harry's Family Barbecue from Land O'Lakes Boulevard to John's house. John's fare was $2, and like I said, he tipped me $9.10, so I made $11.10 for delivering Hungry Harry's Family Barbecue to John's house. After dropping off John's barbecue order, I went on the last run of the day. Number 22 was for Kurt and Mitch. Kurt and Mitch wanted pizza from Pizza Pie on Land O'Lakes Boulevard. They gave me a big tip, a generous big tip and kind tip of $12, and their fare was $4.10, so I made $16.10 for delivering pizza to Kurt and Mitch's house. Thank you so much for that generous tip of over $12. I really appreciate that, Kurt and Mitch. That was kind, thoughtful, and generous of you. Really appreciate the both of you very much. And ultimately, you helped me complete that quest, that 60 trip quest that I was on. So I really appreciate that too. God, I'm going to wrap this video up and get in and enjoy some coffee at the McDonald's. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend like I did. Got some good rest. I hope you all got good rest, and in enjoying relatively good health, and enjoying fantastic weather wherever you're at. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great week.